Hey guys, we are doing a good old-fashioned trying new makeup video. Very, very excited. I have just about a full face of new makeup. I'm just missing mascara, I think. But anyway, let me show you what is to come. We have the Blurring Ceramide Cream Foundation from Ma Beauty, and they also sent over their Blurring Loose Setting Powder. So excited. I also have some Gen Nude Highlighting Blushes from Bare Minerals. I think they've expanded the color range, so I have a whole bunch of new colors that don't look like blushes, they look like highlighters, so we'll see. I've got the new Tower 28 concealer. I have the new Jones Road Brow Gel. I also have a couple of other highlighty things. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to squeeze it all in, but I have the RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum SPF 30. I may put this on as a primer and maybe just on half of my face because I really wanna kind of like test out the cream foundation, really kind of get a sense of it. I also have Benefit's Cookie Highlighter. They sent this over to me. I've never tried this. This is an incredibly popular highlighter from them. I also have, let's see, Laura Mercier's new Caviar eyeliners and then Caviar eye sticks. I believe they reformulated them. I thought maybe they expanded the shade range, but I don't think so. I think they actually reformulated them. And then I have from Ritual Defy, I have their Thorn Bite Peptide Plump Creme Lip Oil. And I have to apologize. Some of these things have been sitting in my new makeup bin to try for quite some time, like these Thorn Bite lip oils. So I apologize. But we have a full face now. So let's get started with, I'm gonna try the RMS. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on half of my face unless I really love it. And then we'll put it all over. But yeah, I don't want it to, I don't know, like interfere with the Ma Beauty foundations. I believe there's a few shades of this RMS product. It has a little pointy tip there. They sent over shade Light Aura for me. So let me just do a quick swatch of this. Ooh, it's kind of thick because it's a serum. I thought it was gonna be a little bit thinner, but it's almost like it has like squalane and probably some glycerin in there. And it does have SPF 30. So they sent this to me, and so it was just the bottle, it didn't come with the box. So I don't have the ingredients in front of me. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze some out onto my hand, just about that much. And I'm just gonna apply to this side of my face. The side with the sunspots, that's how we're gonna identify the left side of my face from now on. Oh, it smells really nice, really fresh. Really beautiful. Right off the bat, the observation I wanna make is one that compares it to the Westman Atelier Liquid Super Loaded highlights. Those have a bit more pigment to them. A little bit more coverage. I mean, just barely, but there's like a little bit more coverage, at least compared to this shade, this Light Aura shade. I think if I had like a deeper shade, I would have a little bit more information for you, but right now what I would say is that these are a little bit more sheer, but the texture is very similar. I think the Westman Atelier, do I have one near me? I don't, of course. The Westman Atelier is just a touch thinner than this. As you could see, it was kind of like, it looked like a cream, and then the Westman Atelier, you could really kind of like drop it out. So it's a little bit thinner than this. So there, it is on this side of my face and not on this side. So I have a really nice glow. It's subtle. I like it. I like it by itself. I feel like it does a little bit of like blurring, and I think it'll make a really nice primer. Yeah, it's very smoothing. Very smoothing. Oh wow. Okay, so that's the Radiance Serum SPF 30, powered with Glow Plex. And again, this is a shade Light Aura. All right, let's move over to Ma Beauty's Blurring Ceramide Cream Foundation. They sent over a card with this. We've created a complex fusion of 3 minerals and pigments with varying reflective surfaces to deliver a diffused blur and next level light bounce. That sounds incredible to me. Ceramide 2, sourced from Korea, decreases water loss and repairs your skin's barrier, while an award-winning small molecule hyaluronic acid delivers superior hydration. Sugar-based polymers provide long wear. Organic, biodegradable elastomers give a soft texture for comfortable wear that moves with the skin. Waterless formula. Wow, that is super exciting. So they sent over 2 shades, Olive 30 and Neutral 30. I'm usually a neutral, so let's open this up. Ma Beauty is very conscious about the environment. They really like to make sure that they use biodegradable packaging. So this box is biodegradable. This packet, it's like a paper package. I don't know if you can tell, and it just flips open. So here is neutral 30. I think that will work. Let me just show you olive 30. I'm not gonna swatch it though. I want it to stay new so I can donate it. Yeah, this one looks a little too yellow. So here's olive 30 and here's neutral 30. Yeah, I think this is ding, 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 the winner. So let me put away olive 30. And this package is paper, but all of their products are refillable too. Just genius. Their packaging is genius. All right, I'm gonna take my Bobbi Brown foundation brush. I'm just gonna swirl it in here. Ooh, I didn't need to swirl it in that much. Really nice. And I do see that this side of my face has a little bit more sheen. That RMS is really kind of adding a nice glow to it. I have dry skin. I really enjoy a glow, so I really like this side a lot. It's not like this side looks dry at all, but you can see it's not quite as glowy as this side. Wow, this is lovely. Let me take a closer look. I have my mirror in front of me here. Wow, that is really nice. Really nice. I like the coverage too. I feel like cream foundations are really, really starting to win me over. It never used to be my thing. You know, I just like my liquid foundations, even serum foundations I was like a little iffy on. I just liked a basic kind of liquid foundation. Cream foundations, I think, have come a long way. I used to think they were either really too greasy or they were just too like paint sticky and yeah, just like kind of too heavy. But yeah, the ones I've tried lately are really beautiful. It's gorgeous. It really has like a soft glow to it. What were they saying? Varying reflective surfaces to deliver a diffuse blur and next level light bounce. I say yeah. Let's try the new Tower 28 concealers. I've heard great things about this serum concealer. It's called Swipe. They sent over shades 3.0 and 4.0. Let's start with 3.0. Let's see. These are really close. This is 3.0. This is 4.0. You know what? I'm just going to open up both because you know what? I want to swatch them. So 4.0, 3.0. I think both actually would work for me. 4.0 is just kind of closer to my skin tone and it won't give me as much of like a brightening kind of effect, which sometimes I like, not always. I'm going to start with 4.0. Okay, I'm glad I opened up both. I'm just going to start with a little bit here and I'm just going to use my finger and blend in. I really like the tone of this 4.0. That's the first thing I'm noticing as I'm kind of blending it out. I don't see a lot of like pink or peach or yellow tones in it. It's very, very neutral. I really like that. Wow, that blended out like seamlessly. It's like invisible. But it definitely covered up that, I have that little dark spot right here. Oh, nice. Should I try the 3 on the other eye? Let's do that. Here. The 3 has just a hint, just a teeny hint more yellow of an undertone. So if you have a similar skin tone to me, but you have like really kind of purpley circles under your eyes, this is probably a better bet because it'll cancel out the purple a little bit better than this one. Oh yeah, that 3 is really, really nice because it blends in, but it is very brightening. There's like a slight difference. I hope you guys can see it. So 4 and 3. Really nice. I'm very, very impressed with how it like blended out. Yeah, okay. Let's move on to Mob's Blurring Loose Setting Powder. So this is translucent. I don't actually know if they have more than this one shade, but translucent I would say is pretty universal. Oh wow, this whole package is paper too. How did they do it? Oh neat, look at that. This kind of reminds me of like a big Stila eyeshadow. Do they still make those? I just totally dated myself, didn't I? When Stila first came out, they only had like single pan like eyeshadows and stuff, and they were in like a paper package like this. It's just peeling off the sticker, yes. And then it has a paper sifter on top. Pretty cool. I'm gonna use my Esom X51 brush and set that concealer. Okay, this powder is definitely mattifying. That is for sure. So, First to Market fuses multi-dimensional pigments to kaolin clay for the perfect combo of setting and soft focus blurring. Avocado oil, treated pigments give the powder a next level buttery smooth feel. A powerful infusion of hyaluronic acid and 2% niacinamide hydrate, brighten, and improve skin texture. Wow, that's a lot of like emollient products listed for a powder. which is really, really interesting. Now, I have noticed in the past when I use products with kaolin clay, it brings out my eczema because kaolin clay is really good for like oil control. But for me with such dry skin, it just kind of like sucks the moisture out of my skin. So this probably isn't something I'm gonna use very, very often. But I will tell you that I do find it very blurring. Can you guys see that? Almost like there's like a mesh over this whole area because I've got pores here and I feel like it's all kind of filtered out. Definitely mattified some of that shine, but not too much. Very pretty. I'm sad that I won't be able to use this too much. Although I have to say I have not had an eczema breakout on my face in a while, in a really, really long while. Maybe I've grown out of it. Really, one of the pluses to getting older. So that was powder. Oh, you know what I also don't have? I don't have like a new bronzer or anything. That's okay. We don't need bronzer. I'm gonna go straight into these Bare Minerals Gen Nude Highlighting Blushes. So let me get all of these out of their boxes and then we'll do some swatches. All right, so this is what the packaging looks like. We just have a clear top. That's the product, pretty starburst embossing. And here are the swatches. So from top to bottom, we have Peach Glow, Opal Glow, Rose Glow, Pink Glow, and then Mauve Glow. So these powders are really, really soft. So I would be careful with your brush. I wouldn't just like jab right into the pan of these. I would kind of tap very, very lightly. You're gonna pick up a lot pretty quickly. So I thought these could, you know, some of the lighter shades could be a highlighter, but I don't think so. I think they're all pigmented enough and tinted enough to be used as blushes. So I'm gonna try Peach Glow because this one is a little bit different from what I would normally go for. I of course reach for like Opal Glow and Pink Glow and Rose Glow first. The Mauve Glow is like a little bit deep for what I'm looking for. So I'm like, let me try something different. I'm gonna try this Peach Glow. And I've got my Isam X52 brush. Yeah, I'm just gonna tap it in. That's one tap. And I think I have enough product for a cheek. Let's see. Okay, maybe 2 taps. Yeah, this is a pretty pale blush, but it's a blush nonetheless. I definitely could not use this as a highlight. I think there's too much of a peachy tint to it. So pretty. Very, very glowy. Obviously, you'd have to like a lot of glow to your cheek products to appreciate this, which I do. So this is really right up my alley. Wow, these are phenomenal. Okay. Why am I so surprised? I love, love, love a glowy blush, and these are gorgeous. The shades that they first came out with, because this is not the first time Bare Minerals has come out with like a highlighty blush, they were really, really pigmented. They actually reminded me of the Becca ones. Do you guys remember those Becca blushes? So they were super pigmented. You had to be really careful with them, and that's what those reminded me of. These, because, you know, I guess just the shades themselves are just lighter. They're a little bit easier to use if you're as pale as I am. Yeah, these are wonderful. I love how they blend out too. Well, I don't think I need a highlight. Of course not, but let's go ahead. I'm gonna try the Benefit Cookie. Can't believe I've never tried this before. I'm actually gonna use an eyeshadow brush. So I've got the A503 from BK Beauty. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy brush. It's like a big fluffy blender brush because I just wanna put it right here. I don't wanna disturb this beautiful glow from the highlighting blushes. Ooh, this is a very intense highlight. And it's very white. It's very, very bright. Holy smokes. This highlight brings me back to like my early days on YouTube, like 2016, 17, where it was like you just couldn't get a bright enough highlight. The brighter, the better. That's what this reminds me of. Wow. Just blend that out a little bit. It's pretty cool tone compared to my peach blush. I feel like it's clashing a little bit, but that's okay. Oof. Well, it has definitely lived up to its reputation. Incredible. Okay, brows. I actually have a new brow product from Jones Road. So they sent over their new brow gel in ash and then in clear. I'm gonna, of course, use the tinted one. So this is ash, yeah, just ash. They have like a translation to like the French. So this is the tube. Nice petite. And let's take a look at the spoolie. It's a little bit bigger than I thought. It's pretty close to mascara size, except it's asymmetric. Do you see that one side, the spoolie hairs are longer? Let me wipe off some product. It seems very product heavy. Brush this in. This does not feel like a gel. This definitely feels like a brow pomade. It has like a soft creaminess to it. And I get why now the spoolie is a bit bigger, because I think you need sort of a huskier spoolie like this to pick up the product because it's creamy. You know, it's not like a gel that's like kind of thin. Well, it's great for like beefing up my brows. I feel like my brows look considerably fuller, but there really isn't that much hold, which I think is okay for most people, but I have such long, unruly eyebrow hairs that I do prefer a little bit more hold. But this is nice for something natural. And it definitely, yeah, it definitely beefed up my brows a bit. Yeah, I could see myself using this going forward. It's setting down a bit. I feel like it'll keep your eyebrows in place, but I don't know if it's great for styling because it's not like it actually like held my eyebrows in place. Impressive. Well, thank you to Jones Road for sending these over. Okay, let's move on to eyes. Like I said, I have the newly reformulated Laura Mercier Caviar eye sticks. I have a few of them here. I have, oh no, these are the eyeliners. Sorry, I get confused because the box for the eyeliners is bigger than the box for the caviar sticks, and I just have them mixed up in my head. Okay, anyway, caviar eye colors. So let's take all these out because I think I already swatched all of these when I hauled them for you. All right, here are the 4 shades I have swatched. So from top to bottom, we have Dune, Au Naturel, Cobblestone, and then Cafe Noir. I think I'm gonna be living between these two. I love this color, this Au Naturel color. So pretty. I feel like these four swatches, I'm looking at them, I'm like, this is like a really beautiful like interior palette too, isn't it? Gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna use Au Naturel on the inner portion of my lid here. Give it a little smokiness. Let me blend it up. These seem to be less sticky than the previous formula, and I always appreciated the stickiness because I knew it was going to be long lasting, although these are supposed to be long lasting as well, at least like a 12-hour wear. But it did sometimes make it a little challenging to blend out. I mean, just a little, like you could definitely blend them out, but the stickiness, I felt like sometimes I had to work like a little bit more to blend them out. So there's Au Naturel. Let me apply it to this eye. Yeah, that looks nice. All right, let's try a deeper color. I feel like that's when we can see how well it blends. So I'm gonna try Cobblestone. That was the next shade over. Oh yeah, that was really easy to blend. Yeah, I think these are, I don't want to say easier, they blend more quickly. That I think is a better way of putting it. Ooh, very lovely. And all of these shades, if you didn't notice, are matte. All right. Lovely. Let's move over to their eyeliners. So these are the Caviar Eyeliner Pencil, and they sent over, let's see, cocoa, bronze, and black. I'm sorry, not black, tuxedo. You know the bronze shade is just calling out to me. Let's do some swatches here. Ooh, these are really soft. Tuxedo, cocoa, and then bronze over at this end. I really like the bronze. I'm gonna use the bronze. I'm gonna tight line. Ooh, it just glides right on. Super smooth. Just gonna line my lower waterline, line over my lashes just a little bit. It seems to set down pretty quickly. Like if you want to smudge it out, I would do one eye at a time because I can't smudge it out. But it sets down, that's for sure. Yeah, I can't move it. Interesting. Okay. Very nice. They went on really, really softly. And I love this bronze color. It's so pretty. All right, I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm just gonna throw on some mascara and then we'll be back to play with the Ritual Defy Thornbite lip oils. So Ritual Defy was kind enough in sending a whole bunch of these over, but I just pulled out 2 shades that looked relevant to me, or shades I think that would look best on me. So this one is Rose Bloom. This shade right here, I'll just do some swatches in a second. And then this one is Rose Dew, which I suspect probably be clear on my lips. Here is Rose Bloom. This actually reminds me of one of my favorite Victoria Beckham lip glosses. Is it Tan Lines? Can't remember all these names. This one is clear, but if I like the texture, that's gonna be great. That's a really pretty finish. Okay, so we'll use Rose Bloom. I don't think there's any fragrance or anything. It's definitely like a creamy oil, which is I think the full name, right? Peptide Plump Creme Lip Oil, yeah. Ooh, I like this color too. Ritual Defeat, they have been hitting it out of the park lately. It's right here, the 3-drop Weightless Serum Foundation. Love this foundation, it's so, so good. And these are great. Well, that is it, you guys. Let me take a close look at my makeup. It hasn't been that long, but we can see if anything disastrous has happened. The under eye area is not looking great. I will say, I feel like my lines, I'll zoom in here. I feel like my lines are a bit accentuated and I powdered them. So I don't know if it's the powder or the concealer, but yeah, not quite as flawless as when I use my Surratt Dewdrop Concealer, the new one. That one is impeccable. Now in second place, used to be first place, now in second place is my Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. And no matter what powder I use with those, my under eyes usually look super smooth. So not horrible, but I feel like I see a little bit of line accentuation. Laura Mercier looks great. The brow gel looks great. You know, I think I'm in love with this RMS as a primer and this Ma Beauty cream foundation, like an incredible combo. I just feel like the skin, I mean, my skin on both sides of my face looks pretty darn good, I have to say, thanks to this foundation, but there's a little extra something on this side because of this primer. Wouldn't you say, can you guys tell? Yeah, I just feel like it looks fantastic. I'm gonna have to keep trying this alone and with other foundations, but that looks great. And this cream foundation is wonderful. These blushes are gorgeous from Bare Minerals, and this lip cream is great. So the only two things that I gotta keep playing with, I'm questioning, is the Tower 28 concealer and the Ma Beauty powder. I'm gonna have to try this concealer on its own. It was looking great to start with, but then I did add this powder, which, as I've already mentioned, the Kale and Clay, it's like too much for my skin. It just sucks every bit of moisture out. But anyway, that is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.